Today I want to share with you some new makeup I've been trying out. A couple things I'm absolutely loving, so I wanted to share those. And most everything is drugstore makeup because I love finding really good deals at the drugstore. Now, we're not starting out this video looking like a beauty queen or anything like that. I see some people starting out their videos and their brows are already done, their hair is like perfection, they've got the cutest outfit on, which that's totally fine. And of course, you know, they can save some time, you know, cutting out some of those steps in their video. But we're just gonna keep it real. I don't look like that when I wake up. This is the real me. This is how I normally am every single day. I love this robe. I will link it down below. It's in my Amazon store. I probably wear this thing like too much. It's like, you know how little kids have their favorite blankie that they just can't part with? That's how I feel about this robe. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It's not like a sexy robe or anything like that, but it is so comfortable and it's functional. I talked about it in another Amazon video because it's like a towel robe. It's perfect if you're lazy and you don't want to dry off all the way after the shower and you just want to slap your robe on. It's great if you're washing your hands, you need to dry them real quick, or I love to wear it when I'm putting on my makeup. It's just such a functional, perfect robe. So morning skincare is done, and especially the most important, my sunscreen is on. So let's just jump on in with the makeup. Oh wait, one quick thing I wanted to share before I jump into the makeup. I won't share my whole skincare routine because I have tons of other videos of the products I use, but this is one thing that I use new today. I've been testing it for a week. There is a company called Octoly. This is only if you are like an influencer, a YouTuber, Instagrammer, whatever, and you can sign up to get free beauty products to review. Now, I almost never request to try stuff because I have so many other products and things that I buy that I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this, I have to share it. I always forget about Octoly. But a couple weeks ago, I was just browsing on there to see, I wonder if there's anything I'd be interested in that I don't really want to pay for that I want to try. And there were just 2 things. I'm able to pick like 5 things a month, and I haven't done an Octoly review in months. If you're new to doing YouTube as a beauty influencer, look up Octoly. I will leave that link down below because that can help you to get products for free that you don't have to pay for so that, you know, you can review them. This is an eye cream that honestly I probably would have never ever tried unless I got it for free. But I will say I do really like this. This is by the brand MD Solar Sciences. This is their MD Restore Eye Gel. And I chose this to try out mainly because I loved the ingredients. It has peptides, vitamin C, it has caffeine in it, which is great, you know, for the puffiness. But I didn't like this the first few times I used it because I felt like it's got the dimethicone, the silicones in it, and it just didn't ever soak in and dry down. And so during the day, I just didn't like it. I thought, well, it just stays too slimy feeling. So then what I started doing is I started using it at night, and I loved it because I woke up and my under eyes were still super moisturized. So I am loving this for the evening, especially now I'm starting to put more retinols around my eyes, which normally I can only do that like once a week because then it gets too irritated. So this is fabulous for that. I'll leave all the information down below, but this I did not pay for. This was gifted to me via the brand MD Solar Sciences through the company Octoly. For my foundation today, I'm going to use this one by CoverGirl. It's their Outlast Extreme Wear 3-in-1 foundation. It says it's full coverage. It also has an SPF 18, which I don't really care about that. I will link the shade that I'm wearing down below. I feel like if you're looking for like a really full coverage, thicker type foundation, maybe for like an evening out, one that kind of stays put, this is good for that. But just to be honest, this is not something I reach for during the day, even though I have, you know, some acne that's healed up, that's left some scarring, and, you know, I have my melasma that's really dark over here today, and, you know, I still have it on my forehead. While I do like to have coverage on my skin, I like it to still look like skin, and I feel like with this you can tell I have makeup on. But I'm going to use it today, and I'm going to try to use like a lighter layer of it just to see if I can make it look a little more natural. But if you need a full coverage, maybe for an evening out to stay put, I think this is a great foundation for that. I got this brush on Amazon. Actually, they come in this whole little set. You just put the lid on here, but I just put some of my other brushes in it. But it came with, I think, 8 different brushes. These are most of the brushes I'm going to use today. I didn't know if I would like it because they're only like $16 for the container and like 8 or 10 brushes. Such a great deal, but I love these brushes, especially this one is my absolute favorite brush. And these are the ones I'll be using like for my eyes. Do you see how small this brush is? If you have smaller eyes like me, you know, I have hooded eyes, they're not super bad, but I mean, you don't, where's my eyelid? You don't see my eyelid when I open my eyes. So I have to, you know, do this for you to see my eyes. Well, when I do my eyeshadow, like when I use some of the normal sized brushes like this one, I enjoy this one. It's, I don't know what brand it is, it's inexpensive, but look at the difference of this size versus this. So if you have smaller eyes like me and if they're hooded and you're having a hard time trying to kind of fake a crease and draw a crease, I think these are fabulous for that because you can actually draw the crease with something small like this and then blend it out. So that's what I'm going to use today. What I've been doing with this foundation is I just put a little bit on this brush here, and that's probably way too much. And then I'll just blend it all around. This way I really never even have to get it on my fingers. After I've just put it on really quick with that brush, then I'm going to take my Real Techniques blending sponge. I've washed it and I've squeezed out all the water so it's slightly damp. And this is going to help the foundation kind of to press into my skin better and blend and look a little bit more skin-like versus look, you know, like I have a glob of foundation on. And I will just add a touch of concealer over the blemishes in the very end. This is one I've been reaching for though. This is by Revlon. It's just, you know, looks like a lipstick too, but I really like this. I don't love it so much under my eyes, but I really enjoy it. I'll just show you what it looks like. I really enjoy it over dark spots and blemishes. Where I was breaking out was on my neck and my jawline. And if you get acne on your neck and jawline, it's usually a hormonal thing. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but that's what mine is from. So I have another video of how I've cured my hormonal acne, but the reason I got it again is because I had stopped taking that supplement, but I will link that video down below as well, or I'll try to remember to pop a card right up here. So just look up here right now and you'll see a little thing that pops up. If you click that, that'll take you to the acne video. If you noticed, I didn't put that foundation all the way up under my eyes. I don't like to have layers of cakey product under my eyes, so I pretty much either will just do foundation all the way if I'm in a hurry, or I will not bring the foundation all the way up here. I just kind of stop blending it here, and then I only use the concealer under my eyes. This is one I've really been enjoying. I've shared it in another video, but this is by the brand Pacifica, and again, I'll leave the shades that I'm using down below just in case we happen to be the same shade match. With this one, it's very creamy, but if I use the proper amount, like this little amount that I did here, it spreads so well, and I don't get creasing throughout the day. Now, maybe after about like 2 hours, I will look in a zoom-in mirror, and I just have to take my finger and just kind of press it a little bit, but it's not dried up and creasy, and that's one reason I do like this. I feel like the older I'm getting, my under eyes are a little bit drier than normal. Now, I don't often use powder, but lately I've been reaching for one of my favorite setting powders. This is by the brand Well People. It's spelled W3LL, and this is their Bio Brightener Invisible Powder. For my blush, I'm going to use this one by the brand PYT Beauty. I got this on Amazon. I absolutely love this blush. It makes my pores look smaller. The color is gorgeous. It lasts all day. And the brush that I'm using is one that comes in that super affordable kit that I got on Amazon. I'm priming my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer. Absolutely love this, and you can get this one super affordable on Amazon. For my eyeshadow today, I'm going to use this one. It is so pretty, by the brand Pacifica, and it's super affordable. I got this on Amazon. I will link the palette name down below. This comes with 14 different eyeshadows. Some are matte, some are shimmer, and it also comes with a free eyeshadow brush. But I don't really use this brush that much, but if you are trying to give this like as a gift, it's nice that the brush is included. These shades are so pretty. Some of them are a little out of my comfort zone, so I've been playing around with them, but today I'm probably just going to set my eye primer with this kind of like a matte vanilla beigey shade, and then for my crease, I'm actually going to use this one. I normally don't put anything with a sheen or shimmer in my crease, but I really like this. And then I'm also going to put this one in my crease first, just so I can build up the color. So this one to set it, this in my crease, then this in my crease and the outer V. And I'm probably going to put this one on my lid mixed with this one. And then this pretty silver shade, I don't know if you can tell what this looks like here, but this silvery shade is so pretty. This is what I'm going to use kind of as an eyeliner on my lower lash line. For my mascara, these are the two that I'm going to use. This is one I really like. This is by L'Oreal. This is their Bambi. It's not the original one. The original one is okay. This one I really like. It's their oversized eye. I like it because it doesn't flake, it doesn't leave little black dots under my eyes, and I feel like it makes my lashes look nice. And on this eye, I'm going to use this one by Essence. I used this one for years, but I kind of like this one, their waterproof one, better than the one in the green tube. So I'm just going to kind of compare, see which one I like better. So to fix this, where it kind of comes down just a little too much when I'm looking straight ahead, I want it to be a little more kind of lifted. See how this one kind of, just because the hood of my eye, you know, they're not super bad, but the skin just kind of pushes it down. And even though I did it in a nice line this way, when I look straight ahead, it just kind of looks darker here. So I'm going to use this Revlon one that kind of looks like a tube of lipstick, and it's thin and it's really easy to use. So this is all I do. I'm going to try to do it in the camera, but normally I'll just do it in a mirror and look straight ahead, and I will just place it right here around the corner of my eye, and I look straight ahead. I'm not going to do this or this. Look straight ahead, and I just draw it in the, and pretend I'm trying to connect it to my eyebrow when I draw my eyebrows. And then I just take a clean finger and I just kind of press it in. It's not like a thick, heavy concealer that needs a ton of blending. It's just a really nice, kind of smooth, lightweight concealer. I don't like to pull too much on my eye. And then I might need just a smidgy more right here. You see the difference in this eye, how it's now more lifted, and I'll blend it a little more. It's more lifted versus this eye that's kind of like, just kind of a little messy. I'm going to do a little bronzer and highlighter before I do my brows, just so I don't forget. And this is the little bronzer highlighter palette I'm going to use. I love this. This is also by the brand Well People. I use this for bronzer, and this is a blush. This is a shimmery blush, so I will use this more as my highlighter, but this highlighter is stunning. And I'm using a little bit of this. And this is pretty by itself, but I kind of like it just as a highlighter. And if I want a little more highlight, I'll use a little of this. Isn't that pretty? If you like that pretty highlighter and it's not so in your face and fake looking. And I just wait for the mascara to completely dry. When it's completely dry, I just take a clean Q-tip and it comes right off, and it doesn't even disturb my eyeshadow. I'm gonna do my brows pretty easy today. Usually I use a brow gel after I put the brow pencil or pen on, but I'm gonna fill in the brow hairs and kind of poof up my brows first, and then any spots that I notice need filling in, then I'm gonna use a brow pen afterwards. And I could really just run out the door with my brows looking like this, but I see a few little spots. Let me just zoom in. I see a few little spots maybe that are a little sparse or aren't shaped the way I want them to, so I will just use this NYX pen to fill it in. For my lips today, I already have the foundation on them, so that kind of helps the lipstick stay on longer. But another thing I got from Octoly is this lipstick. This is by Pat McGrath. Look how pretty this is. This is a brand that I've never purchased before, just because I think it's pretty pricey at Sephora. But I've always seen it, and I hear people talk about how amazing it is, but I just kind of never got around to trying it. Since I was able to try something for free at Octoly and do a review, whether it's a good or bad review, I thought, okay, let me try this out since they were offering this. And the shade I picked is like the most perfect shade, one of my favorite shades. This is called, I think it's called Bellamore or something like that. I'm gonna link it down below. But I mean, the packaging is so cute. Look at this, it has this little set of lips on it, and I gotta tell you, I do think this lipstick is phenomenal. And since I loved it so much, I thought, well then I want to try one of her lip liners that I hear everybody raving about. And this was not sent for free. This was sent for free. It was gifted via Octoly and the brand Pat McGrath. But I went to Sephora the very next day because I wanted to try more of her products. These are, you know, pricey. I think these were like, what, 30 bucks? But I love Estee Lauder lip liner. That's one lip liner I've used for years. So, you know, for a lip liner, it's pricier obviously than drugstore, but the quality of this is fabulous. And if you are more mature, or if you're getting these little, you know, these little wrinkles right here around your lips and your lip gloss or lipstick starts to transfer, this I'd have to say beats out my all-time favorite Estee Lauder Double Wear lip liner. This stuff really stays put, even with lip gloss. But it comes with a little sharpener, which I thought was nice because I needed a new sharpener anyways. Let me show you how pretty this lipstick is. It's like kind of like a sheer balmy color, but it definitely has a ton of pigment in it. It is very emollient. It feels amazing on the lips, but it doesn't start to like bleed and transfer in my lip lines. It's beautiful. I love this. If you've watched my channel long enough, you'll know I typically don't just put a lipstick on, no matter how beautiful it is. I am a lip gloss lover, and I always like to top everything with a lip gloss. And typically I top everything with my all-time favorite City Lips Lip Plumper, but I also got this on Amazon. It's summertime, you're outside more often. This is a sunscreen lip gloss, but it's not like those icky kind that have that yucky flavor that burn or irritate your lips. This is an all mineral sunscreen lip gloss, and I have a couple shades. I have one that's called Fig, which is beautiful. This one is their nude shade that if you love a nude lip gloss, you're gonna love this, but I love it to put over top of a lipstick, not only to get that all mineral additional sunscreen protection, it can transform the look of your lipstick. So maybe you put on a lipstick that you're like, oh man, it's a little too dark, or it just kind of looks flat. Put a lighter shade in the center, kind of makes it look a little more ombre looking. But if you use this one, it's also giving you that extra sunscreen protection. I think these are so pretty. And to finish off this look, I always like to add a little bit of sunscreen powder. This brand, Brush On Block, the SPF lip gloss, they also have their Brush On sunscreen, very similar to the popular Color Science Brush On one that I love. But this one, I know a lot of people say they have a hard time getting the Color Science out. This one is so amazing. Same thing, this has the softest brush head, but you can twist it to turn it on and off. I just shook it one time, and then look at all this powder that's sitting on the top. And then I just put it all over my face. Not only does this kind of set my makeup, it, you know, works as a regular sheer finely milled powder, but I'm getting that extra all mineral sunscreen protection. And if you don't like to use a powder to set your makeup and you just want to use a setting spray, this is one that I really was impressed by. This is by e.l.f. This is their Oil Control Primer Mist. So you can use this as your face primer before you do your makeup, but I've been using it after I do my makeup to kind of give me a glow. And you're probably thinking, didn't you just say it's an oil control primer mist? I have no clue why they titled it this, because I think a lot of people were thinking it was for oily skin to kind of mattify everything. It does not do that. This leaves a beautiful glow on my skin. I think they're calling it oil control because it has niacinamide pretty high up in the ingredients. Niacinamide can help if you have like super oily skin. It can help with that, but it, you know, doesn't dry my skin out. So maybe that's why they titled it that, because the niacinamide is high up there. But if you have super oily skin, you're not going to want to get this if you're looking for something to mattify your look. This is perfect, I think, for normal skin and dry skin. I'm just using it over top of my makeup, especially say you use too much powder, or maybe your foundation just like kind of looks thick and cakey. Spray this on over top, press in with the blending sponge, and you will probably love the way your makeup turns out. So here's the eyes. Comparing mascaras, I feel like when I'm looking in the camera viewfinder, I feel like this one by Essence really lifted it a little bit better, and it kind of made them look like I have more eyelashes on this side. And that's it. I feel like most of my makeup looks, they kind of turn out the same because, you know, I'm not a makeup artist and I know what I like. I like the same kind of look. The only thing different I'll really do is maybe the lip color or something a little bit different underneath the eye. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a great day.